What was on your mind today? What is it that you've seen?
That there's no trouble in the world.
There is no trouble.
Very
in the
excited
world.
about the fact that everything's been fixed, except for the things Putin keeps screwing up.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. Everything would be perfect if it weren't for him.
Yeah.
We'd have a great economy.
Yeah.
Gas prices would be incredibly low. You could buy a house for $1.98. It's the Putin.
I know.
Dang it.
I know. I hate him for that. Could we play Americans Don't Understand What We're Doing clip, please?
Never forget what we've accomplished together so far.
Yeah.
And by the way, the American people just trying to stay above water don't understand this.
Yeah, they don't.
You tell them what the American Recovery Act was, they look at you like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
They're so stupid.
They are so
American
stupid.
people.
They're so stupid.
So stupid.
They don't understand that Putin has caused inflation. And
Right.
Can I tell you something? It is simply not true about government spending. Listen to this.
When we're having this discussion, it's important to dispel some of those who say, well, it's the government spending. No, it isn't.
Her too.
The government spending is doing the exact reverse, reducing the national debt. It is not inflationary.
Government spending is reducing the national debt.
Okay, look at.
How bizarre.
Look at. Are you not? You're married?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
My wife is married to me. You're married to Lisa. Lisa and I have a lot of things in common. For instance, honey, we're saving money by spending this money.
I've heard that sort of pitch.
We're saving money by spending this money right now.
Yes.
And who doesn't know the basic principle? When you're in debt, if you go out and put more things on the credit card, you're actually not adding to debt. You're making things better. Don't think that through. I mean, that's what she's saying. That is what she's saying. Yeah. We're not adding to debt. How are you not adding to debt?
Well, what we did with the money we spent was buy counterfeit money machines. And now we're counterfeiting money and paying off debt.
All right.
There you go.
Good. Well,
There's
they're already kind of doing it. It's called fiat currency, but that's a different story. Here's the president. He gets a little testy. Cut 3, please.
So I'm sick of this stuff. We have to talk about it because the American people think the reason for inflation is government spending more money. Simply not true.
Simply not true.
How?
Now, the Treasury Secretary of the Obama administration, Larry Summers, said it was true. One of their lead economists, Furman, also said that it was true. But and obviously every conservative economist says this as well. But it's just simply not true. It's simple.
Just because he says it.
He's sick of it too.
Yes,
Have
he
you
is.
noticed that he seems a little angry a lot of the time?
Yeah, or a lot angry a lot of the time.
Yeah, or a lot angry just off the cuff, just kind of like, hey, I like chocolate ice cream. It's not true that I don't like vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
There's a little bit of the old man yells at cloud thing going on, you know? It's like there's something, it's not normal. He seems to burst into real visceral anger out of nowhere.
It is normal. It is normal.
For a super old guy who's losing cognitive functions.
Yes, that is super normal. We've all seen that in our family.
Yeah. I guess that's true. In that situation, it's true. And it's scary.
It's not normal for a president.
Yeah.
No.
And like you think about how he's losing it in front of crowds and at the press who is done nothing but coddle him through this presidency.
I know.
He's mad at them. Imagine what he's like behind closed doors.
I've heard that he is angry at the drop of a hat a lot.
I bet he
White
is.
House.
I bet he is. Well, his presidency is going down the drain. It can't. I don't know how you salvage it at this point. And he is pissed off that people are noticing.
And yet they are talking this weekend that he is seriously thinking he's going to run.
I know, that's
for re-election.
Insane.
And no, that's not insane. Here's what's insane. The head-to-head polls between him and Trump, it's a dead heat.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, look, my wife says this to me all the time, speaking of my wife, and she's always like, how can, I don't understand, how could anyone even think this would be close, and how is it possible? And it's like, well, we all sat here and complained for 4 years about the media turning Donald Trump into Satan.
Right.
Well, that has an effect. I mean, Donald Trump is going to, if he runs, when it seems like he will, he's got the nomination locked up pretty much on his side in the primary, but he's going to face this same treatment and multiple years of him being turned into Satan by the media. It's not going to be a cakewalk for Donald Trump if he runs. I mean, we all sat here and day by day
to lose this.
cataloged.
No, you can't.
How bad the media was against him and complained about it and said it was unfair, and it was, but it was real and it occurred.
Yeah.
And they're going to go back and reverse themselves completely to anything negative that Joe Biden has done. All the whatever
they're already trying to do it in real time.
Yeah, it's going to be it's gonna. I mean, and it's their groundwork is already done. It's going to be a challenge. I mean, President Trump, if he runs, it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be hard, and he's going to have that same awful treatment from the media. He's going to have to overcome, and we've seen how difficult that is, even for Donald Trump, who's very good at dealing with the media.
So I would, I know this is never going to happen, but I would love to see President Trump endorse DeSantis and then take the role from Nancy Pelosi.
The Speaker of the House thing.
Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine? He would tear it apart. The Speaker of the House.
Because he doesn't even have to be in Congress to be Speaker of the House, right?
All he has to do is the ruling party needs to say, we would like him Speaker of the House. And, I mean, they could pick me.
I think they'd do that, too. Don't you think they'd do that?
If he wanted it.
If he wanted it. I don't know that he'd want it.
Oh, can you imagine? I mean, because then he is actually responsible for all of the investigations.
Oh, my gosh.
He would be responsible for, we're going to do a little investigation on Hunter Biden. We're going to look into that one.
Oh, my gosh.
We're going to do a little investigation into the Democrats that were here and doing my impeachment. We're just going to look into that. He could approve. He wouldn't be on the committees. Well, he might be. But he would be the one who would say, we're doing it. Can you imagine? Because that may be a more important role, because if you want to clean out the hornet's nest, you have to do it through Congress. You have to do it. But the president could sign all kinds of executive orders and do, what this and that, but that doesn't last. And if the president wants to fire clean house at the State Department, all of you out. He can't do that without Congress. If he is the Speaker of the House and Ron DeSantis is the president, I think you have a 1-2 punch.
I mean, this is a bit of a fantasy league we're playing here, but it would be interesting. I don't think Trump would have as much interest in that role.
You've
I think
had
he wants
presidents
to be president
go back and be in Congress. If it's good enough for, John Quincy Adams, if John Quincy Adams was willing to do it, and John Quincy Adams, in the end, is the reason why we got rid of slavery. He tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. And then he saw this upcomer, that just came to Congress, and he was like, you get it. And he tutored that young congressman on how to stop slavery. And that young congressman became the first Republican president, Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. I think it might be good. It's not a joke to be in Congress. It is now.
No.
Because Congress isn't doing anything. We send all these representatives, and it's really only Schumer and McConnell and Pelosi and maybe McCarthy that are getting together in the rooms and are like, yeah, we're going to do this. And then just send it to everybody to rubber stamp. That's the problem.
It would be fascinating to see.
Yeah, by the way, have you seen all of the things that are in the spending bill that we didn't know about? Because nobody read the bill.
All stuff that's cutting inflation, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, people just don't understand it.
Why don't you get it? It's cutting inflation.
Yes, them.
And there wouldn't be any if it weren't for Putin.
Yes!
Damn Putin. Don't like that guy. I hate him. Putin.
Oh, you're really angry.
I'm really angry at Putin. Dang it.
So
Darn.
you really think that it's not printing of money?
Oh, it's Putin.
But it was starting.
That's
it started
an
way
absolute
before,
lie. I'm sick of it.
But he started before the invasion. There was a
Putin. What don't you understand about Putin? When I scream his name, does that not tell you it's Putin?
fair point.
I think I get it now.
Yeah, okay.
I think the American
It's
people get it.
Putin.